begrüße Sie ganz herzlich zum heutigen 100 Menschen, 100 Tage im Hugenottenhaus und ich freue mich sehr, dass YiDhan aus Südkorea hier unser Gast ist, die aber jetzt schon länger hier auch in Kassel lebt und sozusagen von Kassel immer wieder auch nach Südkorea geht und wieder zurückkommt, diese Brücke schlägt. YiDhan hat sich gewünscht, dass wir Englisch sprechen. You have wished that we speak English, and so I will try it. I hope you understand me here in the room and also outside in the digital context. And yes, I think it's a very interesting interview today because YiDhan is also an artist of our exhibition. Last year for 2 weeks, and in this day also in one room he shows a very emotional work with about existential theme. And before we are going to your work, YiDhan, also bevor wir zu Ihrem Werk gehen, das hier auch in der Ausstellung ausgestellt ist, möchte ich Sie gerne fragen, an welcher Stelle in Ihrem Leben Erste Hilfe bei ihr aufgetaucht ist, was es vielleicht für einen entscheidenden Moment gab in Ihrem Leben, wo das für Sie wichtig war. On the first, I will ask you, YiDhan, do you remember one situation in your life where you are in someone give you first aid? Yes, perhaps in your childhood or something else.
Yeah.
Yes.
I should say that my recent first aid was you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's true because it was last autumn that I was desperately searching for some place to make my exhibition, to make my final exam, because the foreign office, Ausländerbehörde, yeah, they told me that if I don't make final exam in that year, it was 2021, then I have to leave Germany. And then, yeah, I want somewhere to accept my work, but I didn't want to make an exhibition in just in gallery or something. So because my work has my meaning and my context and all the flows and so on. So I was searching for some abandoned house or shops or something, but every place rejected me, and I was so desperate. And then my husband told me, like, how about Hugenottenhaus? And I said, no way. Because this is my really favorite place. I saw all the 3 exhibitions, and I saw also image of a documentary, and this place was so gorgeous, and it was like my dream house. And I told him, my husband, like, no way, because it's too good place, and I'm really tiny nameless student here. And my husband told me, oh honey, it costs nothing, just ask them. So yeah, once I was here and it was closed and I couldn't see nobody, but I saw several people in the backyard, and they are making actually research for the installation. Now it's in the backyard, and they told me, I was asking them how can I make contact with these people, and they told me, oh, they have a website, and they have their email address. So yeah, I found it, and I sent you whole the story and the message, like I'm desperate and I want you, and please just one day, give me the one day. And yeah, and then I was not expecting that quick reply, but after several hours you replied me, and also you wrote me that I know you.
Yes.
And it was like, wow. It
Yes.
was my recent greatest first aid. So,
Oh,
yeah.
thank you very much. Yes, I remember very deep that you wrote me the email, and I thinking, what's going on? And then I thought in my back heart, or I thought, I remember YiDhan, yes. And because Stefan has made a film of your um, artwork, yes, and so I remember, and I thinking, oh, it's interesting, yes. Und vielleicht noch, ich habe ja YiDhan gefragt, was denn für sie Erste Hilfe in ihrem Leben ist. Ja, vielleicht aus ihrer Kindheit oder so, und dann sagt sie sofort, also für mich war Erste Hilfe das erste Mal hier im Hugenottenhaus, weil sie brauchte einfach eine Ausstellung, um hier bleiben zu können, weil die Ausländerbehörde zu ihr gesagt hat, dadurch, dass sie so lange durch ihre Krankheit nicht ausstellen, nicht studieren konnte, dass sie das Land wieder verlassen muss. Und das war natürlich eine ganz schwierige Situation, weil sie ja hier weiter studieren wollte und auch hier weiter leben. Und ihr Mann hat ihr empfohlen, frag doch einfach mal hier im Hugenottenhaus. Und sie meinte, oh Gott, nein, das ist doch viel zu groß und viel zu, ja, viel zu gut. Danke. Aber sie hat es trotzdem gemacht, und wir sind zusammengekommen, und es war eine Freude, mit ihr zusammenzuarbeiten oder mit dir zusammenzuarbeiten. YiDhan spricht eigentlich sehr gut Deutsch, und wir versuchen jetzt aber trotzdem weiter Englisch. Vielleicht können wir nachher auch ein bisschen Deutsch sprechen. Ja, we have told for ourselves that in December 2021 the exhibition First Aid starts with your exhibition. Yes, because the theme, you have show us so many situations of your life where I think about your work, it's for me also a form of first aid for yourself. Yes, when you come to Kassel, to Germany, what's happened for you? What's kind of thinking or emotional contact in Germany? It's a whole different land.
Yeah, it's also, so to say, extension of the first aid, because I studied painting in South Korea, and then when I graduate, I was working as a, so to say, professional artist for several years, but the boundaries of the artwork are so strong in South Korea. At the time, it was 2010, and 10 years before, and I feel myself more and more interested in installation and the new media and the video work and so on, and so I want something more experimental, more open, and more aggressive exhibition, artwork and on. So I was thinking about studying abroad, and yeah, of course I speak English, so I was thinking about the US or UK, but was not that attractive to me, and also financial problem was really serious for me, and in US they're cutting all the grants for the foreign students as well, and in UK it's really expensive if you want to study there. And also I wanted to study, after study I want to stay in that country to live as an artist as well. So like I can go back for from Korea to abroad and maybe become bridge and make some mixture and show the diversity, and maybe I can contribute some enriching the artwork, I mean our art world. So I thought, and okay, no US, no UK, and where else? and then me and my husband made some research, and Germany was pretty nice. So I traveled Germany twice, and I also heard some advice from my German friends, and find out that it's almost free to study in Germany in university. So I was so reckless, but I thought, okay, then let's go.
Okay.
So it was also helping myself, like first aid. Let's go.
Yes. And you came with your husband here, and what's your feeling when you arrive?
Wow, it's complicated. First, my fantasy about Europe was totally broken because I was thinking about a very lazy life with the tea in the garden and the sunshine. But first, I was in Berlin, so it was so in chaos. It was same as in South Korea. I'm from Seoul, the capital city, very megapolis, and everything is running so fast for 24 hours, and I really didn't like it. So I ran away, and then boom, in Berlin it was same, and I was, oh my God, so disappointed.
Also sie hat sich erhofft, von Seoul hierher zu kommen, um gemütlich und ruhig Tee zu trinken und hier das Leben zu genießen. Aber es war überhaupt nicht so, weil sie in Berlin gelandet ist. Und da war alles richtig schnell und zwar nicht nur 12 Stunden am Tag, sondern 24 Stunden. Und dann and then you came to Kassel. You said, oh, it's very big and I want to look for a little... little town.
Yeah. But also
very interesting town. Yes, city.
It's true. It's actually very interesting story because, and then my husband and I was learning German, and at the same time we were contacting some professors whose work is interesting for us.
Not with a finger on the landscape. With closed eyes?
No, just darting.
Yes, I also. Yes, that's okay.
Unfortunately, it's not true. So we sent several emails to the professors whose work interested us. And then at that time, there was a Professor Matilda Teheine from Kassel, and she just answered in several hours. Oh. And she said, oh, your work is very interesting, come to Kassel.
Okay. Also du hast gesucht, eigentlich nach Berlin hast du gesucht nach einem Ort, wo es interessante Lehrkräfte, also interessante Professoren oder Professorinnen gab, und dann hast du die entsprechend angeschrieben und hast auch eine gute Rückmeldung hier aus Kassel bekommen. Also deine Arbeit ist interessant, komm. Also das ist ja erstmal schon mal ein guter Start. It's a good start, I think. And you come into the class. Yes,
yeah,
and you speak a little bit German, I think, and a little bit better English, good English, and a little bit German. And the students around said, "Oh, YiDhan is there, very nice," or something else.
No, it was like, who is she?
Okay.
So
it looks not like our face.
It's true. Actually, we also made several interviews with other professors, but unfortunately, with some classes in other cities, was not exactly something for us. So, and then Matilda had a really hot temper. She said, "Okay, come to Kassel tomorrow, next week. Have you time?" And we said, "Oh, okay, we will come." And then next day, we just bought the ticket for €100 and came to Kassel and met her. And then she said, "Okay, you can join as a guest student," because I told her that we have to see if the class fit us and everything. It's not like, okay, we have the place, we go everywhere or something like that, because we have our goal and we want a certain form of the life we wish in Germany. So, and then we joined the class, and of course, we were very afraid. Like, okay, we don't know the language, and we don't know the system, and we don't know anything, and just boom, we are there.
Okay, also ihr wart sehr mutig, so wie du das beschreibst. Also die Anfrage war, kommt sofort in den nächsten 10 Stunden. Und ihr habt nicht gezögert, sondern seid losgestiebt, ohne zu wissen, was auf euch zukommt. Und was ist denn auf euch zugekommen? Was ist auf euch zu? What's happened to you when you are here?
Well, and then we become to like Kunsthochschule Kassel, because yeah, first the reaction of the classmates were not very warm, because they also had no idea why we are here, who are we, but they didn't dare ask me because they want to polite, and we can't tell them because we can't speak German. So it was like, okay, they're in our class, but what are they? And our professor forgot to introduce us.
And I think when your students around told you this, you feel as a foreigner, yes, and it's not so easy to come to find a place in a land which said to you, oh, or a place who said to you, oh, you are not from here. Yes.
Yeah.
And what do you make in you react with your art, I think. Yes. What were your first art reactions? Can you told us?
First art reaction, I'm not sure that I can call this art reaction, but the first thing I did in Kassel was showing my previous artwork to my classmates, and it was about my family. So in South Korea, I was making drawings and paintings and installations of my family members, like my mother, my father, and my brother, and we are loving each other but hating each other as well. Yeah, okay. Like every family, they have a complicated feelings and the stories and the conflicts and fight and love and everything. And I was trying to show
both sides.
Yeah, the drama, and also I wanted to show that it's everywhere same, like everybody, every family. And then I made a presentation, and then my classmate started to open heart with me. And I was very happy after the presentation. Some of them told me it was very impressive, and how is it, and then why did you make this artwork? So that was the kind of start of our conversation.
Ja, das ist ja auch interessant. Also YiDhan sagt gerade, der erste Zugang zu ihrer Klasse war, dass sie die Sachen, die sie auch in Korea schon gemacht hat, die Malerei, von der sie am Anfang gesprochen hat, die sozusagen die Zuneigung zu ihrer Familie, aber auch die Konflikte widerspiegelte, ihren Zugang auch zu den Menschen hier vor Ort ermöglicht haben, weil die gesagt haben, ja, das ist bei uns auch so. Also das ist nichts, also das ist was wir auch kennen, also dass es da ein Miteinander gab. YiDhan, I have seen from your works in which you are be like leaf under leaves or something else.
Yeah.
And can you told us about this work?
So yeah, after the presentation, I start to adjust myself to Germany and German culture and everything, but it was not very easy as I thought. And in South Korea, I thought, okay, I'm international, I can speak English, and I'm outgoing, and maybe I can make an international lot of friends and enjoy the international life, something. But no, it's not true. And living in foreign country is like a huge crash of the two universe, and it's the crashing and the mixing together, and it was somehow very painful. And sometimes I didn't like, very obvious looking like foreigners, because yeah, for example, if you came from US or France or other European country, if you're Caucasian, then even though you're not German, if you go outside, then nobody will disturb you. But obviously looking like this, and everybody knows that I'm foreigner. And then sometimes I meet very, very kind-hearted people, but sometimes I'm getting really unnecessary help because I can't speak German, but they said blah 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 blah, and I said I was thinking what I should answer. Then, you want to speak in English? Ich kann Deutsch. Or the worst case is of course discrimination, like racist everywhere, and sometimes they're rude, like ni hao, or something like this. And I wanted to say first, I don't like ni hao. Second, I'm not Chinese. Third, I don't like you. But it's so complicated, and then with my anger, it's like just looking at them. And later I found a solution when some people are talking to me, ni hao, then I said just bonjour or something, because there are over 2,000 Asian languages in the countries, and how do they know that I came from certain countries? So rude. So then I got
Also das, da muss ich sagen, boah, das ist hart, sowas über die eigene Stadt, in der man lebt, zu hören, das ist noch nicht lange her, dass YiDhan hierher gekommen ist und gleichzeitig erlebt hat, dass dadurch, dass sie nicht europäisch aussah, einfach immer wieder mit rassistischen Bemerkungen zu tun hatte. Und das war für sie auch sehr schmerzhaft, zumindest am Anfang. Und irgendwann wurde sie auch wütend und zornig. Und dann kam die Phase, wo sie einfach merkte, puh, das lasse ich an mir abperlen und spreche jetzt einfach ein bisschen Französisch. Sodass einfach eine Irritation entstand, wo sie sozusagen raustreten konnte aus dem Feld, das für sie da vorgesehen war. For us, it's normal to speak together, yes, and we in Germany we don't know about this feelings, yes. I think when we came to South Korea, perhaps it's for us another thing. I want to ask you if your art helps you to get on a strange position for yourself, and to get to can show, yes, this is my feeling in this land. I'm not really seen from the others, and I will show you how I feel. Yes, and how I can react or work with my situation.
That's very nice suggestion, because till now I was focusing in my artwork only to show how I feel, but maybe I can also suggest like how you can react. I don't know, but yeah. Talking about the artwork you asked me was like it was a series called Objectification, and then it was like series I wanted to be just an object, so don't look at me. So I pretend I was painted whole in white. I was wearing white and painting my face white, everything white, and pretend to be a wall. Yeah, sometimes I was wearing green and just laying on the glass and pretend to be a glass, or I was wearing a gray and lying on the floor and have the pattern of the floor exactly like that, so I pretend to be a floor. Or sometimes I turned into the little stone, not little, the stone of Joseph Beuys, wearing stone-like clothes and pretend to be a stone, and wanted to show that okay, I want to objectify myself like nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, and you don't hate stone, you don't hate the wall, you don't hate glass for the reason. So that was the point of the artwork. And also there is another series. I hope I had the image with me, but I don't, sorry, but maybe we can upload it later at the Hugenotenized homepage. Yeah. And also there is a series called the Germanization. So I was wearing this huge German t-shirt, and it was also during the World Cup. So I was waving German flag and wearing German stuff and being happy, pretend to be happy with German among this soccer team and so on. And it looks funny. The work looks funny, but actually it's not that funny work. So yeah.
YiDhan erzählt, dass sie Arbeiten gemacht hat, wo sie sich weiß gemacht hat, um so in der Wand zu verschwinden, oder grün, um unter den Blättern zu verschwinden. Und dass es für sie der Punkt war, wo sie eigentlich wie ein Objekt sein wollte, das man einfach gar nicht wahrnimmt, das man auch nicht hasst, sondern was nicht, also nicht besonders herausstechend ist. Das war die eine Bewegung, und die andere Bewegung war, richtig nach vorne zu gehen, sich zu sagen, ich bin voll deutsch, ich fieber mit der Fußballmannschaft hier bei Weltmeisterschaften und bin an erster Front und schreie am lautesten. Und sie sagt, das war jetzt nicht gerade lustig, auch wenn sich das lustig vielleicht anhört, sondern es ist sozusagen wie so ein Gegenbild. Wir haben jetzt hier eine ganz andere Arbeit, hier im Hugenotenhaus. In our exhibition there's a very contraire work, and you have bring us photographs on this. Can you told us a little bit about this work?
Yeah, but somehow in Germany I was lost because this communication breakdown was really heavy for me, and wherever I go I have to put up my nerves to figure out what's going on. So for example, I was clenching my teeth too much unconsciously. So one day I have really serious pain in my jaw, and I thought something is wrong here. And I went to doctor, and no, it's not problem of the jaw, but you are clenching your teeth all the time so hard. So that's the because of the stress. And also I had depression, and I was losing my energy bit and sinking down. Like sometimes I was really afraid going out, and I was freaking out when the phone was ringing, because then I have to speak in German, but they are just talking what I don't know. And the phone, speaking to phone in foreign language is more hard because you can't see the face, you don't know, you cannot write or draw or something. So, and then I was lost, and I don't know what to do. And then I got sick, and I was diagnosed as the breast cancer 2 years before, and that was another breaking point of my life. So that's these works are the series of the documentation I made at the time while doing chemotherapy and this radiation therapy.
Yes.
And the cancer stuff, for example, yeah,
Black
the,
nail.
now it's good.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, I have also a little trace here, but now it's almost gone.
I'm
Yeah,
happy.
but when I was having a chemotherapy, all my fingernails went black. But this is very special because then you will see it's getting more brighter. Yeah, so
Yes, it's
yeah,
more
the new healthy nail is springing out. So for me, it's like giving me some hope, like new life or something. And I thought it was very symbolic. So we decided to make this as a poster of our last exhibition.
wow. YiDhan erzählt uns, dass sie eigentlich durch die ganze Situation hier, dass sie da unter unendlichen Druck stand, was sich auch manifestierte in körperlichen Reaktionen, also dass sie wirklich richtig hier im Gelenk, im Kiefergelenk immer wieder den Kiefer zusammenpresste und so, dass es hier schon richtig sich verspannte. Und das ging so weit, dass sie auch Depressionen bekommen hat. Und ich glaube, diese Art, darüber jetzt auch hier so zu berichten, das ist eine unglaubliche Stärke, das mit uns zu teilen, weil ich glaube nicht, dass das jetzt was ist, was jetzt nur sie betrifft, sondern dass das immer wieder und überall uns Menschen betrifft, dass wir in Situationen kommen, wo wir einfach erstmal keine Hilfe kriegen oder nicht die Hilfe, die wir brauchen. Und das sage ich jetzt mal, und entsprechend wirklich mit Schwierigkeiten zu kämpfen haben. Bei ihr ging es so weit, sie hat uns jetzt gerade erzählt, dass sie Krebs bekommen hat und dieses Bild, was man da sieht, sagt sie, das ist eine Dokumentation. You said it's a documentation. I think it's more than a documentation because you find a form which is a form I can see, oh, then there's something wrong, there's something not okay, what's happened, and on the other side, it's very possible to get in an empathy, yes, because you show us this, you in this form, or in this, and you are divided with us, your theme, yes.
So actually, during whole this cancer fight, I didn't know what exactly I'm doing. So my husband is good at photograph, so he used to make my body photograph. We make the documentation, and I was collecting all the needles and drugs and the pills and the packages and my hair and my nails, everything. But I didn't know what I was doing. And actually, now I think that I wanted some proof that I'm doing something, because at the time I was so frustrated and so afraid of the death, because my cancer was so aggressive and serious. So it's like I felt like whole failure. Like, okay, I came all the way, very ambitious, from South Korea and in Germany, and now I have my school and everything. Of course, I had depression, and then now I'm going to die, I thought. And then I was very desperate to do something, even small stuff like collecting the garbages, to prove myself that I'm doing something. And actually, at the time, it was also so depressing depressing because I thought, okay, once I tried to make drawings of my face, and I couldn't because of this drugs. Medication was so strong, so I couldn't focus my eyes, so I couldn't make a drawing. So I was so frustrated, and I thought, okay, I'm dying like this, and what am I doing? Just collecting garbages and spending time in bed, and what's wrong with me? And I'm totally failure, I thought.
Also YiDhan berichtet, dass es für sie der Verlauf der Krankheit sehr, sehr dramatisch war, weil es ein sehr aggressiver Krebs war, der sie an den Rand auch ihrer Möglichkeiten gebracht hat, insofern, dass sie sehr viel Angst auch hatte, zu sterben und auch keine Möglichkeit mehr hatte, eigentlich künstlerisch tätig zu sein, außer Sachen zu sammeln, weil sie gar nicht mehr richtig sehen konnte und keine Zeichnungen machen konnte. Aber sie hat Sachen gesammelt und wusste nicht genau, was sie da tat. Aber letztendlich, wir haben das ja jetzt auch gesehen an den Bildern, die sind sehr eindrücklich und sehr direkt, ja, dass man einfach sieht, ja, das ist jetzt kein Bild, wo man sagt, oh, das ist aber ein schönes Bild. It's not a fine, not a lovely build. It's a picture. It's very strange, I think, and your situation was very strange. And can you tell what helps you in this situation to come out from the depression or from you? Yes.
Of course, most important thing was the support from others. That's really important, and that's really, really precious. Like sometimes you're so ill and you feel everything is so hopeless, then I got just one text message like, YiDhan, you will be okay. I'm with you. This one sentence can save my life. Something like that. So every support from our friends and family and everybody around is really, really important. And what I also wanted to show in this exhibition is, in the end, solidarity, friendship, sympathy is so important, because everybody can be sick, and once you will be sick once. Yes. At least once. So my point was that also, like, if you have somebody sick, and don't hesitate to show your heart and be kind to them, because everybody's struggling. So that was a really point of my exhibition. And I think it's also similar with the theme of this first aid. And I was very surprised that the next project in Hugenottenhaus is first aid. So that was the first day I met Sylvia and Luz, and I was carrying home my work and showing how this process and my work and the documentation. And I was very ready to show them everything, like, I have this much, and please give me just one day to have exhibition. And then they seemed to like it, and the Luz told me, like, okay, you will be kind of first exhibition for our first aid. And what is it? And it's our next project. And oh my God, it's so perfect, I thought. Yes. And then I also had the question in my head, like, can artwork be the first aid? And I definitely say yes, it could be. As Sylvia said, of course my situation is unique. Like, I'm foreigners, and the illness was not like one. And also I have my situation, and also this visa problem with the Ausländerbehörde, the foreigners office, and it's all complicated. But I think it was a very good theme to show them the one's sickness, like illness. It's not a personal problem. It's related to everything, like your Krankenkasse, insurance, and your social situation, and your working situation. Whatever you do, it's all related. So your body and your body situation, what you eat, what you have a medication, and how you treat yourself, and how you're treated in the hospital, and how you recover, is all related to this society. So it's not a private matter, I think. So yeah, that was also my thema, like we have to go it together.
Also das alles um dieses Thema kreist, der ganze Alltag, also alles richtet sich auf diese Krankheit aus, von der medizinischen Seite, von den Behörden, also dass sich alles darauf konzentrierte. Das war, glaube ich, auch eine merkwürdige Situation für dich, ja, dass das hauptsächlich Thema war. Aber für mich ist es so, dass in deiner Arbeit was ganz anderes zum Ausdruck kommt. I think for me it's in your work there are other news, yes, you show us you are not longer an object. Yes, you are a person. You are a human being. You are a female. You show us your body in your naked situation. So you are very violent. Violent. The situation is very violent for you as a person, but for us, we see it, yes, and it's like a story, a deep story about this situation, which I think I would say every woman knows a friend who has this illness.
Yeah.
Yes,
cancer.
And yes, cancer, and you see it in this very strong pictures, but also in this very, very fine stuff. Yes, and it's like you can see it like a autumn. Yes.
That's true, and also this work series is also like screaming, like I am here, I am live, and I'm a human being, please look at me, something like this. And yeah, it was 2 years before, in the winter, it was snowing really, really a lot. And then my husband and I was outside, and at that time I was bald with no hair, with this black nail chemotherapy. And then there was pure white snow over there, and I wanted to write something there, and I just wrote that ich bin hier. And
in German?
Yeah, in German. Ich bin hier. And then I start to cry really a lot, because I thought, oh my God, that's what I want to scream. So the series of work is also like that. I am here, and look at me, and I'm something like this. And yeah, please know that this could be like this and that. And I also heard from many audience that they didn't have any idea what breast cancer is. And then so many people, so many acquaintances have the breast cancer around people, but they actually don't know what's going on.
Yes,
So-
it's really.
Yeah, so okay.
Yes.
And
You
also,
show it.
I try to mix with the social context as well, because this is the Rathaus and also in the Behörde. And then, yeah, I asked them to extend my visa one more year that I can treat myself and heal myself and then concentrate my study, but they didn't allow that. So I had to prepare my final exam while I'm doing the therapy, and it was quite tough. And not only that, I also got panic and the nervousness and depression because I was so afraid that I could be just deported if I don't make Abschluss. And then, as a protest, I made the dress with the window with my exposed foot and make the demonstration
Yes.
demonstration in front of the Rathaus. And so it's also a little bit mixed with the social context as well.
Ja, also YiDhan hat mit dieser Arbeit, wo sie sich zeigt vor dem Rathaus mit entblößter Brust, sozusagen auch diese öffentliche, also diese behördliche Situation auch mit reingenommen, dass das nichts ist, wo man sich verstecken muss. Also dieses nach außen treten und zu sagen, ich bin hier, also da hat sich, glaube ich, ganz viel verändert für dich. Vielleicht noch abschließend in unserem Gespräch, bevor wir das öffnen, dass hier die Besucher und Besucherinnen, die hier mit dazuhören, auch Fragen stellen können, würde ich dich gerne noch fragen, wie es dir jetzt in Kassel geht. I want to ask you, what's your feeling now in Kassel, to be in Kassel?
After this exhibition, I was really, really happy, of course. Like, I made my Abschluss and people were happy with my exhibition. I was also very happy with that. And yeah, that this happiness went not forever, but really a while then. And also Kassel feels more like hometown for me. And yeah, and I became to know a lot of galleries and art people because of the Hugenotenhaus and preparing this exhibition as well. And while I'm having treatment, we became to know the hospitals and the doctors, and also that before we are just at home and the school and the home and the school, but then our environment has enlarged and enriched. And then I happened to visit South Korea in the spring because I had the news that my father has passed away. And then it was 4 years since I visited Korea last time. And then I was expecting oh my God, I'm finally at home. But no, it was like something is not so comfortable there. And I thought, okay, I got adjusted to Germany maybe. And I was staying in South Korea with my mom for almost 3 months. Yeah, of course, living with your mom. And we love each other, but we have arguments and, and the struggles and the hugging again and all the drama. And then finally I am in Kassel. And I thought, oh my God, finally I'm home. So for me, it was really great to feel myself at home. And oh yeah, so maybe here's my home, I thought. So I feel more comfortable and happy. Yeah.
Oh, I wish it for you very deep. Auf die Frage, wie es ihr denn jetzt hier in Kassel geht, sagt sie, ja, es ist ein Stück weit meine Heimatstadt, meine Heimat geworden. Und sie hat gemerkt, als sie jetzt im Frühjahr nach Hause gefahren ist, weil ihr Vater gestorben ist, dass sie sehr eng mit ihrer Mutter zusammen war und das auch genossen hat und durch die Höhen und Tiefen durchgegangen ist. Und dass sie aber, als sie wieder hierher kam, gemerkt hat, ja, sie ist hier auch zu Hause. Und das zu spüren, hat ihr sehr gut getan. Ich freue mich. YiDhan.
Danke, ich auch.
Ja, YiDhan, ich würde jetzt öffnen, damit die Menschen, die jetzt hier sind, die vielleicht noch eine Frage haben oder auch die im Internet sich zugeschaltet haben, die auch wie immer in der Kommentarzeile uns auch hier Fragen stellen können, nochmal die Gelegenheit haben, direkt nochmal was zu erfahren von YiDhan. Und ihr dürft oder Sie dürfen gerne auch auf Deutsch fragen und entweder sagt dann, versteht es die YiDhan dann. Und ich habe jetzt auch nochmal besser verstanden, YiDhan, wieso du Englisch sprechen willst. Gell? You have told, I do better understand why you want to speak English. I think you speak German very good. And you have told you have phone and it was very very strange to must speak German. Yes. Ja, gibt es eine Frage aus dem Publikum? Ja, Lutz.
I should translate myself, also first in German. Wenn ich hier im Hugenottenhaus die Ausstellung Erste Hilfe First Aid, haben wir ja manchmal Begleitung, also es ist eine kleine Gruppe, 8 Menschen, 10 Menschen. Und ich fange das immer hier oben an, bei der Löbert-Arbeit, spende Blut und dann gehe ich in deinen Raum mit deiner Arbeit. Das ist immer der Beginn dieser Ausstellung, weil wir haben es ja eben auch gehört, im November, Dezember ist dieses Projekt eigentlich mit deiner Ausstellung hier angefangen. Und ich gehe immer mit diesen Menschen in diesen Raum, weil ich das Gefühl habe, dann braucht man nicht so viel erklären, warum es heißt diese Ausstellung First Aid. Und meine Frage ist eigentlich, die ich mir selber stelle. Also wenn ich in diesem Raum bin, sehe ich einerseits einen Mensch, also mehr ein Subjekt, und ich sehe aber auch ein Kunstwerk, also ein Objekt. Und das switcht manchmal für mich ein bisschen auch. Und ist das für dich, ist die Arbeit, wenn du die jetzt anguckst, siehst du die mehr sozusagen von diesem Menschen her, also von YiDhan als Mensch, als Frau in dieser Fragilität, oder siehst du die mehr als ein gelungenes Kunstwerk? Now in English, if I start this little, I walk with people through the exhibition Erste Hilfe First Aid, and I start every time I start with the Löbert-Arbeit, spende Blut, this means give your blood or spend blood, and then I I go in with these groups in your room and see, on the one hand I see a fragile woman, a subject, I know, personal, and on the other hand I saw this artwork. It's more, at the other hand it's more an object, and now I will ask you, is it for you now in this moment, is it you, or is it as a subject or more object?
That's very good question, because I was playing in between. So, like, I don't want my artwork to be totally personal, because then it's like it's her story, and then it's hard to get the sympathy with that. But if it's too objective, then it loses some kind of reality, I suppose. So I was having kind of fun it going between this fine line, like very personal, but I believe that something personal could be also very objective. So, like I told you, dealing with my family situation, then it's my family situation, but somehow people are feeling very sympathy with that, because there's no family that has no problem at all. So it's like, oh, okay, I have also argument with my father. I have also argument. And also, I hope that seeing my personal figure, I hope audience to see seeing through me like sick people, how sick people are. So I'm not a representative of a breast cancer. Everybody's breast cancer is different, but at the same time, people can feel like what it is. But just one thing I was really trying hard to make my portrait is that separate sexuality from the body. So whenever people are seeing the naked body, and it's automatically related with the sexuality, but actually your body has more meaning and the more social stuff, and it's sometimes not your personal stuff. So your body is a very social and very public stuff, and then I wanted to show it. So it was a kind of between, but it was really, I was trying very hard to separate the sexuality from the whole artwork. Yeah.
Also du hast das sehr schön beschrieben. Also die Frage war ja, ob das mehr ein Objekt oder ein Subjekt ist. Und du sagst, das wägt sich dazwischen. Also zwischen der persönlichen und der privaten Person, die du ja bist, aber mit einer ganz bestimmten Ausformung dieser Krankheit, die ja sehr unterschiedlich aussehen kann. Und gleichzeitig aber auch eine öffentliche Person. Ja, eine soziale Person, die sich an der Stelle zur Verfügung stellt. Also für mich ist es auch immer so ein bisschen wie so eine Ikone. Yes? When I saw the last picture with the light on, it's like an example, a pregnant
exactly,
example.
yeah.
Yes.
Now.
But that's you, and so we can feel with you. Yes, it's both. I think it too. Ja, da kommt noch eine Frage. Schön.
Ja. Hallo, ja, vielen Dank für diese Einblicke. Mich würde jetzt noch interessieren, du hast ja erzählt, wie dein Ankommen hier war und wie dein Weg hier in Kassel und in Deutschland war. Und wie du dich jetzt fühlst und was sind denn deine Pläne für die Zukunft? Wo siehst du dich und spielt da vielleicht Südkorea auch eine Rolle oder deine Familie? Oder?
Also I'm still at the Meisterschule, so I made Abschluss, but I made a Meisterschule, so I'm studying until end of the March. And then my studies finished, then I have to move out from our flat because it's a Studentenwohnung. And then my husband and I was thinking about what we should do because we love Kassel and we like to stay in Kassel, but if we cannot find any job or a stable income, then it's hard to stay here. And also, as a working artist, maybe it's better to go bigger city or something. And so now we are doing some research and where we should go. But definitely we want to stay in Germany and working as an artist because yes, my Deutsch is besser. And also it was a kind of my dream to work in both countries, like in South Korea and in Germany, and maybe we can make a bridge in between. I can be the bridge, and also maybe I told Sylvia I can improve the very boring German recipe. Food, I mean. It was my joke, but so I can contribute enriching both community. I suppose that's my dream, but still I have to finish my study, and but I hope I don't want to lose all my friends and the connections in Germany as well. It was so precious for me, and then I like to continue with that. And I think this kind of relationship I earned in Germany is so important and precious. For example, 3 years before I made a performance in the Königsplatz, And I was desperately searching for somebody who has a drone camera. And then coincidentally, I became to know Stepan, Arthur TV. And then Sylvia saw Stepan's video. And then we are connected together. So my work has growing slow but very beautiful form. So I want to continue that in Germany. Thank you.
Möchtest du es noch übersetzen? Nein, ich kann das machen. Ja, auf die Frage, ja, wie es weitergehen könnte, sagt YiDhan, dass sie jetzt noch Meisterschülerin ist und zwar bis März und bis dahin ist das sozusagen alles gesaved, aber sie wohnt im Studentenwohnheim auch mit ihrem Mann und dann braucht sie eine neue Unterkunft, neue Wohnung und es ist noch nicht klar, ob die jetzt hier in Kassel sein wird. Also wir müssen uns anstrengen, dass YiDhan hier bleibt. Wir müssen ihr entsprechend was bieten. Also wer jetzt zuhört und weiß, YiDhan braucht Arbeit, ihr Mann braucht auch Arbeit, ist ein guter Fotograf, YiDhan, gute Künstlerin, kann sich hier melden, kennt jetzt YiDhan und denn ich finde es schon wichtig, dass wer auch hier bleiben möchte, auch hier bleiben können müsste. So, I have told we try to help you that you can stay in Kassel and must go to Berlin or something else. And here you can drink tea with us and can chill in the Pearl, in der Kunstzone. I think we will try that you can stay here.
Vielen Dank, hoffentlich.
Ja, ich danke dir ganz herzlich, YiDhan, dass du
so
mit uns gesprochen oder mit mir gesprochen hast. Ich war aufgeregt, du warst aufgeregt vorher, aber jetzt ist das doch ein bisschen weggegangen, oder? You are nervous in the first time, but now it's over, I think. Yes? And ja, ich freue mich, dass YiDhan hier war und damit auch eine Künstlerin hier aus dem Projekt Erste Hilfe First Aid und es ist nochmal was ganz anderes, die Bilder hier zu sehen, als direkt davor zu stehen und selber diese besondere Weichheit oder diese Durchlässigkeit dieser Stoffe, auf der die Bilder abgedruckt sind, zu sehen. Auch die Art der Hängung. Also von daher möchte ich euch und Sie ganz herzlich einladen, hier die Ausstellung live zu sehen und natürlich auch weiterhin bei uns einzuschalten, wenn es von Mittwoch bis Sonntag um 18 Uhr wieder heißt 100 Menschen, 100 Tage. Und wir sozusagen versuchen auch hier mit diesen Interviews ein Zeichen zu setzen, dass es auch wichtige Impulse hier gibt, die sehr positiv sind bei allem, was wir in der Welt erleben und wo wir uns ärgern, wo wir erschüttert sind, dass wir auch merken, ja, wir nützen uns auch gegenseitig und können uns helfen und da werden immer wieder jeden Tag neue Beispiele hier bei uns präsentiert. Also seien Sie dabei und dann einen schönen Abend und bis zum nächsten Mal.
Ja.